So we have already discussed the different type of hazards associated with mining, starting from explosion, methane explosion, coal dust explosion, mine fire, inundation, roof fall, side fall, etc. So in underground coal mining, many types of hazards are associated with it, and we have discussed the different type of hazards. So if any type of hazard is going to take place in your mind, then you have to go for rescue operation. If some people are because of fire, because of explain the mine rescue team, they have to come to rescue, to recover the people who are trapped inside the mine. So that was the first part of your subject. And the second part is mine rescue and recovery. How to carry out mine rescue operations in the underground coal mines. So when the rescue train people, mine rescue people, they go down the mine for rescue operations, they have to use some equipment which are called your mine rescue ensemble or mine rescue equipment. To fight the fire, to rescue the entrapped miners, to test the atmospheric conditions, to investigate the cause of the disaster, to recover the dead bodies. For that purpose, the mine rescue people, they have to go underground. So they have to wear special personal protective equipment, which we have discussed, like your helmet, cap lamp, hoods, gloves, protective clothing, blow boots, knee pads, face mask, breathing apparatus, belts, and suspenders. So these things we have already discussed. Okay. So the key point of our discussion was mine rescue equipment, personal protective equipment, firefighting equipment. So these things we have. And mine is nothing but the practiced response to a mine emergency situation that endangers the life, the property, and the continued operation of the mine. Therefore, the primary objective of your mine rescue is described as preventing the loss of life. Secondary objective is the safe recovery of the mine and its return to normal production. These things we have discussed. Okay. And we have seen how the common events, common accidents which take place in the mine are categorized as explosions, mine fire, inundation. These are the three major accidents hazards associated with mining. Explosion, which we have discussed, methane explosion and coal dust explosion, mine fire, spontaneous heating of coal, spontaneous combustion of coal, inundation, flooding of the mine, and there are some seismic jolts like your coal mine bombs, rock bursts, mine collapse. These are the hazards associated with mining, which we have discussed in great detail. So when the mine rescue people, they go for rescue operation, they themselves are also killed. They themselves are also killed. The mine rescue people, while carrying out the rescue operation, they also meet the accident and they are also killed in the mines. So therefore, every mine has to prepare the emergency response plan. So every mine they have to prepare the emergency response plan. If any emergency situation arises in your mine, then you should have an emergency response plan, use of equipment and technology, additional mine rescue team training requirements, team's response time, civil and criminal penalties, establishment of a competitive grant program for new mine safety technology. All these things we have discussed. And the accidents which take place because of the coal outburst or coal bombs and collapse of the pillars are the major cause of uh, accidents in the mines. So, therefore, uh, the in case of an explosion, the mine authority should be prepared to go for firefighting, to provide fast aid to the people who are injured, and the mine should be recovered. So these operations are called your mine rescue operation. So we have also discussed the mine rescue team. We have discussed 6 people consisting of a mine rescue team and their jobs, their tasks. So the mine rescue team, their principal job is to explore the affected area of the mine, searching for and rescuing the survivor, performing first aid services to the affected people, determining the extent of damage in the mines, determining the gas condition, presence of methane gas, carbon monoxide gas, carbon dioxide gas, mapping the team's findings, locating and fighting the fire inside the mine, building temporary and permanent stoppings, bulkheads, erecting seals in a mine fire area, fire seals, clearing debris, pumping water, and installing or erecting temporary rooftop posts. These are the jobs. These are the tasks carried out by the rescue team, mine rescue team. They carry out all these jobs inside the mine when they go for rescue operation. And we have discussed 6 members are there in the rescue. First person is the captain. Second person who backs up the captain and checks for the presence of gas. Third person is the mapper who maps, and fourth person is called pulls. The fifth person is the tail person or co-team who receives orders from the fresh air briefing officer and relays it from inside mine to the fresh, which is called the Burim and the command center of mine found during exploration. So these are the 6 people which are called your mine rescue. This is the captain and this is the tail person, last person. So to become a mine rescue team member, they have to go training, initial 20-hour course instruction. Frequently, they have study 96 hours of refresher, and they have to give a intense test, first aid test, firefighting test, for evaluation of noxious mind mapping, ventilation. So these are the jobs carried out by the mine rescue team. So that is why they should be trained in these areas. And the people, the mine rescue team people, they have to use clothing and equipment uh, so that they can fight the fire and they can give the first aid to the affected people. So recently, a lot of research is carried out with respect to your mine rescue operation in the mines. These things we have discussed. Okay. So, and in the last class, we have discussed about the hazard evaluation. Hazard evaluation, how to evaluate the hazard. Uh, like your carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide poisoning in the mines, lack of oxygen in the mines, circulatory control failures, heat buildup, temperature buildup, human error, self overestimation, lacking physical conditions, nervous stress, as well as leaking breathing tube connection and faulty equipment or accessories may lead to accidents. So you have to evaluate the hazards associated with mining. So these things also we have discussed because the coal mine bombs, explosions, heat stress, slips and falls, roof falls, rib falls, rib rolls, a slab of coal from a leftover block of coal comes loose, then suffocation, burns from the fire. So to overcome these problems by the rescue team people, sometimes they drown during firefighting and they have to overcome carbon monoxide poisoning inside the mine. So the environmental conditions for mine rescue operation can be summarized in the following categories. Like here, inside the underground mine, the toxic gases are there, smoke. In case of fire, smoke will be there, and particulate matter, dust particles. So the toxic gases like methane, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, ethane, propane, butane, smoke, etc. are found inside the underground mine. Temperature also goes on increasing and heat stress will be there inside the mine and flames. If there is a fire, you will get a flame. So these are the different environmental conditions you have to come across while doing the rescue operation. And in case of a flame, the rescue and recovery team is infrequently in direct contact with the flame. Whenever contact is made with flame, it is usually the result of a falling ember and only last a few seconds. However, rescue teams called upon to fight fire will be directly exposed to flame. Then there is water problem inside the mine. In the watery mine, there will be a lot of water inside the mine, and there will be blood-borne pathogens because if some people are died inside the mine, then they will develop blood-borne pathogens. During the recovery of injured miners and providing first aid, rescue teams may be exposed to blood-borne pathogens from the blood of the affected people and the body fluids. So therefore, today we are going to discuss about the critical elements of mine rescue ensembles. Critical elements of mine rescue ensembles or mine rescue equipments. Okay, so the mine rescue equipment is defined as the integrated elements of the rescue team's personal protection system. So what are these mine rescue equipments called for? The mine rescue equipments are nothing but uh, the integrated elements of the rescue team's personal protection system. Suppose the firefighting people, they are going to fight the fire, they have to protect themselves by wearing fire protection cloths. The function of the mine rescue equipment is to improve the wearer's protection against hazards such as heat. So if they're fighting fire, so their body will be heated. So to protect their body from the heat, so they have to use the fire protection devices. And flames also, they will come across with flame. In case of a mine fire, they will come across with a flame. So the flame may also affect the people. So that is why the mine rescue, the mine rescue operation, while they carry out mine rescue team members, they have to use the body covers, personal protective equipments, so that the flame will not affect them. Their body will not be affected by the flame. So the cloth they use while fighting fire should be fire protection or fireproof, so that flame will not affect them. And inside the mine, toxic gases are there, carbon monoxide is there, carbon dioxide is there, nitrous fumes are there. So they have to wear your, they have to take oxygen with them, self-contained breathing apparatus, which is also called your mine rescue equipment. And if there is a fire, there will be smoke. So these smoke also may create problem for the mine rescue team members. So that's why they have to use the face masks. And nothing should penetrate to their body. That is why their entire body is covered by a jacket. And impact, if any material falls over their body or on their head, so they should be protected. That's why they use the helmets, so that if any piece of rock is falling from the roof, their head is protected. And there is a lot of water inside the mine, so the water also should not touch their body. So they have to use the gumboots, they have to use the water protection clothing. So the elements uh, which include, the elements include uh, the protective garments, protective garments, clothes, equipment for body protection. The rescue team members, the rescue people, rescue team members, while they go down the mine, they have to wear the protective garments and equipments for protecting their body. They have to use the helmets, they have to use the hoods for head protection, they have to use the ear protection devices, they have to cover all body parts by pants, jackets for torso and limb protection. Their limbs should be protected. They should use the gloves for the hand, and they should use the wrist protection. They should use the knee pads for the knee protection, and they have to use the boots for foot protection and ankle protection. So this is called your protective garments and equipment for body protection. Then they have to use the respiratory protection, because the mine atmosphere will be filled up with carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide gases. So they have to protect their respiratory system. So they have to take closed circuit, self-contained breathing apparatus with a full face piece to protect their respiratory system. They have to take their own lighting system, because the underground environment the underground environment is dark environment. So that's why they have to take their own lights, cap lamps with a cord and battery or cordless battery they have to carry to see the light inside the underground dark environment. Then they should carry the communication system so that they can communicate their voices from one person to other person. Communication system like your portable radios or hardwired communication systems, telephone systems, mobile systems, they should carry with them so that they can communicate with each other. Then there should be a navigation system, GPS system. If not GPS system, a lasers and infrared camera for navigation through the smoke, which may not always be necessary. Navigation system. Then other materials also they have to carry, like your lifeline. They have to use the miner's belt. They have to use the gas detectors. They have to use the maps. They have to use the tools. They have to use the sounding stick, etc. So these are the uh, different type of elements they have to use uh, for protecting their body and protecting their respiratory system. So let us see from the figure. This is the figure which shows the elements of a typical mine rescue equipment. So this is the person. This is the person who is going to carry out the rescue operation inside the mine. So while he is going inside the mine for rescue operation, he has to wear all these materials. So all these uh, self-protecting equipment he has to wear so that his body is protected from the dangers associated with rescue operation. This is the cap lamp which will give you the light. This is the cap lamp which will give you the light. This is the face mask. This is the face mask which will cover your face and uh, it will protect you from the dust, from the flames, from the heat, from the noxious gases, smoke and dust. And this is the body cover jacket, coverall with reflective types for torso and limb protection. For limb and body protection, coverall body protection garment. And this is the mining belt. This is the mining belt he has to wear. And this mining belt will carry the cap lamp battery. Cap lamp battery will be carried by the belt, mining belt. So this cap lamp battery will give you energy to this cap lamp, lighting the cap lamp. And this is the knee pads for kneecap protection. These are the knee pads for kneecap protection. And this is the gumboots for foot and ankle protection. For foot and ankle protection, the gumboots are used. These are the gumboots. Then this is the gloves, hand gloves for hand and wrist protection. You have to use the hand gloves. And this is the self-contained breathing apparatus. This is the oxygen breathing apparatus, self-contained breathing apparatus. And this is the hood for head protection. This is the hood for head protection. This is the helmet for head protection. So these are the elements of a typical mine rescue equipment. Typical mine rescue equipment. These are the different elements of a typical mine rescue equipment. So some of the hazards faced in the mines may stem from team members having to spend long periods of time outside the mine on the surface where climatic conditions may be cold, winter conditions, or other seasonal conditions. In result, the range of hazards faced by team members may be broader than the mine
conditions. Okay. The mine rescue team members, while they carry out rescue operation, they have to face a variety of hazards inside the mine. So a typical mine rescue equipment, which is shown in this figure. So the equipment which is weighed by the rescue team members, its weight is approximately 50 pounds. The mine rescue equipment, which is protecting the body of the rescue team members, is weight. Its weight is about 50 pounds. Mine rescue team members generally carry approximately a total of 60 pounds of additional weight with the added equipment needed to perform their tasks. Like they have to carry the portable radio, they have to carry the lifelines, they have to take the gas detectors, carbon monoxide, methane detectors, uh, 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 okay, gas detector, miscellaneous tool, and sounding stick. So this added weight, uh, this added weight reduces the mobility, increases the discomfort level, and may lead to fatigue. So because of the heavy weight of the mine rescue equipment, so they feel tired while they carry out their work inside the mine. While they carry out rescue operation inside the mine, they become tired because of the weight of the rescue equipment. It has been found that the equipments can trap heat, leading to the risk of heat stress related injuries. If they are fighting the fire, if they are fighting the explosion, so their body's heat stress will be increased and they will be injured. Similar issues are also prevalent in the fire service stations. Okay, so therefore carry out the performance evaluation of the mine rescue equipment. So you have to carry out the performance evaluation of the mine rescue equipment. So of personal protective equipment (PPE) for mine rescue equipment can be grouped into four general categories. One is protective criteria. The protective equipments, protective garments should be able to protect your body. So this covers the first line of defense against the most destructive hazards. The specific properties needed from the protective clothing system include resistance to impact. If any material is falling on your body, it should give you resistance. If any hot material is falling on your body, then it should also protect you. And if any abrasion is there, your body should not be abraded. It should protect. The protective cloth should be able to protect you from the impacts, any falling rock pieces, any cord pieces, any abrasion. If any flame is there, if a flame is falling on your body should not be affected if you are wearing the protective garments. Heat outside your body because of the temperature rise, there will be heating, and your body should not be affected by the heat. Your body should not be affected by the water if you are using those rescue equipments, mine rescue equipments. And also the blood-borne pathogens should not enter to your body. And these protective garments should be durable, and they should be should not be also they should not be also electrically conductive. Static electricity dissipation facilities should be there so that your body is not will not get any electric shock when you are using the mine rescue equipment. So that is the protective criteria of your mine rescue equipment which you are wearing garments. Okay, second is it should give you the comfort. The garments which you are using, the mine rescue team people, the while they are wearing the garment, protective garments, they should give them comfort and human performance should be increased. Their work performance should be increased by wearing the clothes. This includes human factor related properties, including comfort. If any dress you are using, that dress should fit to you and it should give you comfort. So if it is not giving you comfort, you cannot wear the dress. That is why the garment which you are using while doing the while doing the rescue operation, it should give you comfort. It should be designed in such a fashion that it should fit to your body and visibility. If you are using the face mask, then the face mask should be transparent so that everything is visible and you are wearing the foot to you are wearing the gumboots. So by wearing the gumboots, you should be able to move from one place to other place. Your should be easily done, and the weight of the garment should be such that you will not feel tired. Dexterity, grip, and hearing ability. So if you are using the face mask, your you should be able to hear the voice given by somebody else. So these are the comfort and human performance criteria with respect to your rescue mine rescue equipments. Then third category is your service criteria. Criteria. So this covers service-related personal protective equipment properties, including vulnerability, maintainability, reliability. Service criteria means so using the after using the protective equipments or the garments or the rescue mine rescue equipments, so they should your garments will be if you are fighting with fire, you are working with water, you are working with explosion, so your dress materials will be dirty. So they should be usable. They should be again usable by cleaning, by launderability. You should give it to a launder for dry wash. So uh, launderability, and it should be well maintained and it should be reliable so that you will feel comfortable to wear the rescue equipment. Then the other category is other criteria which do not fit into any of the other categories, such as acceptance. It should be acceptable to the rescue team members. It should be compatibility. It should be compatible. It should be visible so that people will accept the mine rescue equipment while they carry out the rescue operation inside the mine. So while the rescue operation is carried out inside the mine, there are some field observations are made. While the rescue team members they carry out the rescue operation inside the underground mine, so there are some field observations obtained. While improved technology has been developed for mine rescue teams over the last 100 years, very little research in the area of equipments has been conducted. Authors of this paper held a series of informal meetings with mine rescue teams and trainers at the nationwide mine rescue competitions between 2009 and 2010 to further assess current practices in United States of America. So the mine rescue equipment use and needs specific to which are worn by the mine rescue team members. Hoods, helmets, gloves, footwear, gumboots, eye face protection devices were identified through these meetings and observations, and specific hazards faced by mine rescuers during mine emergency operations were determined. So while the mine rescue team members they carry out rescue operations, so what type of problem they are facing while wearing the garments, while wearing the hoods, while wearing the helmets, while wearing the hand gloves, while wearing the footwears, while using the eye face protection devices, what problems they are facing while they carry out the mine rescue operations. These field observations were noted down and corrective measures are suggested. So the convenient sample selection method was used and information was gathered from approximately 100 mine rescue teams representing close to 50% of all underground coal mine rescue teams in the different geographical locations of the United States of America. So the collection of information was focused on details of each type of personal protective equipment used by the organization in order to gain a better understanding for how an organization might choose different elements that comprise the equipment, like your garments. The mine rescue team members, they have to wear the garments, clothes, body covers, regular work clothing versus flame resistant clothing. So the clothes should be flame resistant if they are going to fight with fire. Helmets, what type of helmet? It should be high profile helmet versus low profile helmet. The helmet which they are using to protect their head from the falling objects. Caps, whether they have to use the incandescent lamp or light emitting diode LED lamps. Then hoods, then your gloves, hand gloves, regular work gloves or technical worker gloves versus firefighter gloves. Different type of gloves are there, hand gloves are there, and gum boots, whether it is a leather made or rubber made. So all this information was gathered from the teams selected by the convenience in individual meetings as well as observation. So only qualitative data were obtained from the field observations. So what they found? The researchers they found that it was found that personal protective practices for mine rescue teams differ by the type of operations, whether you are going to fight the fire, firefighting, rescue operation, recovery operation. So what type of work the rescue team members doing? Whether they are fighting the fire, or they are doing the rescue operation inside the mine, or they are carrying out the recovery work inside the mine. And by the type of organization, whether it is a federal organization or a state organization or a private organization. So it was observed that there is no consistency in mine rescue equipments worn by different teams. In other words, different teams choose different levels of protection, from regular cotton or polyester work clothes to firefighter gear and different including helmets, hoods, cap lamps, gloves, and gumboots. So what they found? One common observation was the need for guidance to select the most appropriate personal protective equipment for their activities. So in the next figure will show it will show pictures taken at these events and demonstrates that individual teams are wearing significantly different levels of protection. It was also found that different designs of garments like your jackets and pants and coveralls, shirt and pants, overalls, etc., made from different materials, made of cotton, cotton polyester blends, Nomex, fire protection cotton, nylon blends were used by mine rescue teams during mine emergency operations. So most commonly used mine rescue clothing are regular mining coveralls made from cotton or cotton polyester blends, single layer fire protection constructed from Nomex fire protection cotton nylon blend, and firefighter torn out gear made of Nomex. So these are the different type of mine rescue equipments used by the mine rescue team. So these, so from the field observation, it is found that different organizations are using different type of clothing. Different type of clothings are used by different type of organizations. There is no common uh, uh, code for everybody. So example of different types of mine rescuers used in United States of America. So this is your self-contained breathing apparatus, and these are the body protection clothing. Body protection clothing. Okay. So uh, so in terms of design, in in terms of design, the majority of the garment designs observed in the field was coveralls and jackets and pants. It was also observed that a wide range of clothes are currently being used, including National Fire Protection Agency 1971 certified firefighter gloves made from nylon with palms dipped in nitrile, and gloves made from polyester spandex blends with nylon coating on palms, portraits, and fingers. So there were two main types of boots, gum boots, metatarsal leather or rubber boots. Trager BG4 self-contained breathing apparatus were overwhelmingly the most commonly used respiratory protection system. The most frequently used hoods were made from Nomex and ANSI approved minor hard hats, your helmets, incandescent cap lamps, and knee pads were most commonly in the field. It was also observed that hearing protection is rarely used. The choice differences were mostly due to differences in cost, the common events, that the team involved during the previous mine incidents for firefighting, for exploration, and for the lack of guidance. So the detailed information has been also received in regard to issues with the current mine rescue equipment. Some of the issues that have been brought to the author's attention were from the most frequently reported to less frequently reported materials like an equipment is too heavy. Some equipments are very heavy to carry by the mine rescue team members. So the rescue team members, they complain that the equipments are too heavy to carry while they carry out their job inside the mine. They feel uncomfortable because the equipments are too heavy. Equipments are too hot also, not able to absorb the heat. Helmets fall off. So while they carry out the job, the helmets also fall down from their head, which is very dangerous. Helmets should always remain on the head. It should not fall down. Face mask and helmet interface problems are there. Face mask and helmets interface problems they face. Self-contained breathing apparatus whose location is not right. Communication system, earpiece problems are faced by the mine rescue team members. Gumboots are too heavy to carry from one place to other place. Gumboots which they wear are too heavy to walk from one place to other place. Gloves are too hard to work in and dexterity is very low. Face mask melts in hot air in high temperature area. Cap lamp location is not right. These are the complaints received from the mine rescue team members with respect to the garments they wear, with respect to the mine rescue equipments they wear while they carry out the rescue operation inside the mine. These are the problems they face. So these problems are to be addressed suitably so that they feel comfortable while they carry out their job inside the mine, while they carry out the rescue operation inside the mine. Further, through meetings, through field observation, and through literature review, it was found that the type of hazards, the environmental conditions, mine environmental conditions, the type and level of activities and protection needs of wild and firefighters and technical rescuers are similar to underground coal mine rescuers. For example, the type of firefighting in mining is found to be very similar to wild land fire fighting. While land firefighters manage fires that take place outside, often in the forest or in the bushes, these types of rescue workers often encounter very large fires which can spread at great velocity. The difference between wild land firefighters and their structural counterparts is that wild land firefighters are not usually exposed directly to fire conditions under normal circumstances, but the risk of such condition does exist, as in the case of mine rescuers. Since there is a ventilation system in underground coal mines, mine rescuers mine rescuers are typically not directly exposed to flames either. Also, the type and level of activity, sometimes they have to crawl, sometimes they have to climb, of mine rescuers are also very similar to those in wildland firefighting system. In addition to that, activities of the mine rescue personnel often resemble the activities of technical rescue, utility and rescue and recovery personnel. The mine rescue workers may also need protection from water as well as blood-borne pathogens, similar to technical rescuers. So these are the problems faced by the rescue team members. So these are the research area where a lot of research can be done to give comfort to the mine rescue team members. So the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, National Personal Protective Technology Laboratory, has recently started a research project to understand the comparative performance and thermal comfort of the most commonly used mine rescue equipment in the United States of America and develop guidance documents that provide information on the minimum performance and design requirements. In this two-phased project, fabric performance properties will be evaluated by bench scale testing, and thermal comfort will be evaluated by sweating thermal mannequin testing coupled with bench scale testing. These types of scientific study and guidance documents on the mine rescue equipments, especially in the area of the protective clothing, can help end users to select the appropriate personal protective equipment for the task that they perform. The mine rescue team members, they have to carry out the rescue operations in a hazardous environment. So their bodies should be protected by using proper type of personal protective equipment. So let us come to the conclusion of this class. The mining industry trend toward reduced and non-exposure of mine rescue workers in hazardous situations should continue as the primary goal or direction. Mine rescue team members must be prepared to respond when an emergency occurs inside the mine and take the necessary precautions required to ensure worker safety. It is vital that members of each team are provided with the proper PPE, and the mine rescue team members must know the limitations of their personal protective equipment. In this study, a historical perspective on equipment used during mine rescue operations was provided, and environmental hazards, critical elements of mine rescue equipment, and key problems with these equipment elements were summarized. In addition to that, field observations from several mine rescue teams were included to provide the information on the currently used mine rescue equipment in the United States of America. While there are no minimum requirements or nationally recognized consensus standards for personal protective clothing worn by mine rescue teams in the United States, there are current commercial personal protective equipment available to address emergency situations. Each mine rescue team should assess their specific needs based on their mine working conditions, the comfort of their existing mine rescue equipment, what equipments exist in the marketplace, and then select the appropriate personal protective equipment for the task they have to perform inside the mine. So this is the topic very, very important to you. We have discussed about the mine rescue and recovery work, which is carried out by the mine rescue team members by using proper type of personal protective equipments, which are all your mine rescue equipments or mine rescue ensembles. So this is all about today's class. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Thanks.